questions for Transformers fans. This, Getting to Know a Transformers Fan, Part 4 of the Reboot. This, sirs and madams, is something I have been eager to do since I got onto YouTube. I've been watching all the Transformers community on the tubes, the Kal-El Prime and Vangelis and blah blah, and I'm familiar with all of their question and answer videos, and I thought, I want this too. Why can't that be? And now it has happened. It's happened again. It's been represented to me. So here we go. Question 1: How long have I been a Transformers fan? I've been a Transformers fan since I was 4. And I am 31. Math. Can you think of a standout moment in your life regarding Transformers? Not a lot of them. I mean, there's the earliest moment I've got, one of my earliest memories at all, was my parents giving me an original Thundercracker back in '84. Sitting on their bed, my dad helping me transform it, and it's the coolest thing. I make a point of collecting Thundercrackers for this reason. And dumping them on the floor is another thing I do. I have a lot of weird hobbies. But as far as other standout moments, this past New York Comic Con was pretty awesome. Going to see the Hasbro panel. Getting to meet Vangelis, that was pretty cool. He's a good dude. He's a friendly, talkative dude. What is my favorite Transformer of all time? Well, I've pointed out Thundercracker, but my favorite ever, yes. What is my most prized Transformers possession? There's a lot. I've got, I've got I think 24 different sound waves, and I love each and every one of them. They're all very important to me. I've got something like 15 different Thundercrackers, all very important to me. That 2010 edition Unicron, the Takara Tomy 2010 Unicron, is freaking huge and awesome. I've got the E-Hobby Masterpiece Convoy Black Edition. It's pretty freaking cool. I mean, he's hefty, and that's just a well-designed piece of toy. But right now, my favorite is probably... What is my favorite piece of Transformers fiction? I loved animated. Everything about well, not everything. I grew to love everything about animated. It started off a little wonky with its reliance on cartoonish human villainry, Biff Pow Batman stuff, but overall, the characterization and the tweaks to mythology were just really cool to me. But if I had to pick one, I mean, come on. Come on. Where'd my screens go? Edits are inbound. Outside of Transformers, what do I do with my life? I do a lot of conventions. I spend a lot of time and capital patronizing anime conventions, and that one comic book convention, and occasionally a video game convention. I watch a lot of anime. I buy a lot more anime than I watch. I play video games. I work at a little farm market smokehouse in the deli to fund all of my wasted money. Has to come from somewhere. I like karaoke. You can see that on my channel too. Yeah. What is the origin of my YouTube screen name? It's the same as every other username I have on forums and chat programs, and my and it came from my first email address, happymanguy@hotmail, which is defunct, so don't send stuff to that. Doesn't work. I don't even know how to log in anymore. And it was a matter of, I need an email address. Happy man guy. Good enough. Complicated origins. What videos do I enjoy watching? Well, I love the Transformers community on YouTube, and I would like to be more involved in that. But there's so many of them, and I'm not exactly an expert. I'm just an enthusiast, so I'm not gonna be out there reviewing a lot of toys because that's done. People do that. I'm not gonna get up there and critique things or give you master classes or whatever. That's not my bag. But I love watching all of that community. It's so cool, and I learn so much, and it makes me happy to be a dork. Uh, I really love Two Best Friends play. Oh man, I do not laugh as hard at like anything else. Uh, I don't know, YouTubey things. There's guys that make the music with the floppy drives. That's pretty awesome. And uh, angry Nintendo nerd and blah blah blah. What does everybody like? Dragon Ball Abridged. Which Transformer is my holy grail? Well, I've very specifically, in addition to buying like all the cool stuff and most of everything, I specifically collect sound waves and thundercrackers, and my holy grail, as far as like I would define a holy grail, like an existing thing that is perhaps ancient and sought after and valuable and difficult to obtain. I want the Action Masters Thundercracker. I don't need a box. I just need him complete with his vehicle that turns into a robot suit. I need that, and I need a Junior Soundwave, the Transformers Juniors series Soundwave. And I've seen some of those Thundercrackers pop up on eBay, mint in sealed box for a couple $100. But I've only once ever seen anywhere a Junior Soundwave, and he wasn't complete, and he was in poor condition, and he was still freaking expensive. So those are my holy grails. Now, as Kal-El Prime described it, which toy would you like to see? Uh, well, I'd like to see an official G1 colored Hasbro Masterpiece Thundercracker, but I settled for the iGear because it doesn't seem like Hasbro's going to do it. I'd like a Masterpiece Soundwave, but what company? I don't know. Some third-party company is doing that Masterpiece Scale Acoustic Wave. That'll do, pig. Um, I'd like to see more Headmasters show up in the Classics line with actual removable transforming heads. That would be great. More Target Masters too. I like guns that turn into robots. If if I had to pick a third favorite character, it'd be frickin' Shockwave, man. And finally, if I could transform into anything, what would it be? I once roleplayed a robot character in a game of Rifts years and years ago, back during that brief period when I was actually roleplaying. Uh, a character who could transform into a 50-gallon drum. And by the end of the game, I had him modified to the point where he could transform into a stationary railgun emplacement. So, 6 of one, half dozen of the other. So that's me.